Behind the flag are the stories.
In the quiet, sun-drenched farmlands of Hunt County, Texas, a young Audie Murphy learned the lessons of hardship and perseverance. Forged by the Great Depression, his slight frame held a spirit of fierce determination. This was not the portrait of a hero, but of a boy on the cusp of a destiny no one could predict. As the world plunged into the Second World War, Audie, still a teenager, felt a growing sense of duty. Despite being underage and initially rejected by both the Marines and the paratroopers due to his size, his resolve remained unbroken. He was determined to serve his country, one way or another. Undeterred by initial setbacks, Audie found his opportunity with the United States Army Infantry. Here, his small stature was no longer a hindrance but, some would say, an advantage. He was eager to prove his worth and embrace the rigorous training that lay ahead, ready to face the challenges of war. In 1943, Private First Class Audie Murphy saw his first taste of combat during the Allied invasion of Sicily. The chaotic and brutal reality of war was a stark contrast to training exercises. Amidst the explosions and gunfire, Audie's inherent courage began to surface. Following the Sicily campaign, Audie's reputation for coolness under fire grew. In the brutal, protracted fighting on the Italian mainland, he wasn't just a soldier, he was becoming a leader. His instincts and uncanny battlefield awareness saved his comrades' lives on more than one occasion. By the winter of 1944, Audie Murphy found himself fighting in the bitter cold of France. The landscape was unforgiving, the enemy entrenched, and the constant threat of attack weighed heavily on the weary soldiers. Yet, amidst the harsh conditions, Murphy's courage continued to shine. In late January 1945, near the village of Holtzwihr, the full fury of the German war machine descended upon Audie's company. Waves of infantry, supported by 6 Panzer tanks, launched a ferocious assault. Outnumbered and outgunned, the American position began to crumble. Seeing his men falling back under the overwhelming assault, Lieutenant Audie Murphy, despite being wounded himself, knew that a desperate measure was needed. With extraordinary presence of mind, he ordered his remaining men to withdraw to a more defensible position in the woods. He would not yield. Alone now, providing covering fire for his men, Lieutenant Murphy spotted a burning, abandoned M10 tank destroyer nearby. While others saw a death trap, a ticking time bomb, Murphy saw an opportunity, a fortified position with a .50 caliber machine gun. With the German tanks closing in, Lieutenant Murphy, heedless of the flames licking around the M10 and the ever-present risk of explosion, clambered onto the burning vehicle. He manned the exposed .50 caliber machine gun, his small figure a stark silhouette against the inferno. Exposed and vulnerable atop the burning M10, Lieutenant Murphy unleashed a relentless barrage of .50 caliber fire. He became a one-man army, a whirlwind of bullets tearing into the advancing German infantry. The roar of the machine gun drowned out the crackle of the flames, a defiant roar against the enemy onslaught. For over an hour, Audie Murphy held his ground, a solitary figure pouring fire into the advancing enemy. His relentless assault disrupted their attack, forcing the German infantry to fall back and their tanks to maneuver cautiously. One man, against overwhelming odds, had turned the tide of the battle. His ammunition spent, and the danger of the burning tank destroyer exploding still very real, a wounded and exhausted Audie Murphy finally climbed down. He stumbled back towards the tree line where his men waited, a lone figure moving through the quiet, snow-covered devastation he had wrought. For his conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty, Second Lieutenant Audie Murphy was awarded the Medal of Honor. In a formal ceremony, a stark contrast to the snowy fields of France, his incredible bravery was recognized, making him the most decorated American soldier of World War II. Audie Murphy returned home a hero, his story immortalized in books and film. But beneath the celebrity, he carried the invisible wounds of war. He spoke openly about his struggles with what is now known as PTSD, becoming a courageous advocate for veterans' mental health. His legacy is not just one of battlefield valor, but of a profound humanity and a lifelong fight for his fellow soldiers, both on and off the field of battle. The fearless stand of Audie Murphy stands as a timeless testament to the extraordinary courage that can reside in an ordinary man. His actions in the face of overwhelming adversity not only saved his comrades but earned him the highest military honor. Yet, his story extends beyond battlefield heroism, reminding us of the enduring impact of war and the importance of recognizing the struggles faced by those who serve. Audie Murphy's legacy continues to inspire generations with his bravery, his resilience, and his unwavering dedication to his fellow soldiers.